जल्दी से डॉक्टर अनिल तंवर, प्रज्ञा जैन और उसके बाद हमारे बहुत सारे स्पीकर्स हैं प्लीज जो तैयार हैं। Pragya Jain will be followed by Dr. J. L. Bhatt as the offense invited speaker. Then Dr. Shilpi Lavanya, Dr. Swapnil Roy, Dr. Shivom Singh, Dr. Naveen Singh Chauhan, then Dr. Susan Jason, Dr. Mehma Hebel Messi, David Danish Messi. So we have these speakers. So let's start this session, and I request Mukesh to please allow the speakers to join this session.
उधर से बंद कर दे लाइट। हाँ? लाइट बंद करनी गर्मी कम होता है। क्यों घूमता नहीं है? घूमे ये ना घूम गया मुझे कस गया मानो तो घुमाने ना जाए और ढीला कर लेना कागज फंसा लो वो तो बस कहते हैं उसको नीचे ऊपर कर लेना जो यहाँ नीचे जो वो तो मैं कर रहा हूँ।
So I would request Director Sir, Rajesh Sir, please welcome chairperson and reporter of this session.
यस वॉइस खोलना वॉइस। ये उठा ले सबको देते बोल देने को सर को बोलना।
एक बार जोरदार तालियां सभी की।
Madam, you can start.
आज के रिपोर्टर सत्संगी जी।
Madam, you can start. Mukesh is here.
Yes. Am I? Good morning.
Yes, you are audible. You are audible correctly.
Okay. So I am starting.
Why this? नहीं आ रहा है उसको नहीं उसको लगा दे।
Hello everyone. Myself, Dr. Al from Department of Physics, MSc College Bharatpur. The topic of my presentation is quantum physics and spirituality. Am I audible now? Yes. Okay. So, to myself, Dr. Anjutawa, and the presentation I am going to present today is quantum physics and spirituality. So, the first part, that is the introduction. I am starting with the quote of father of physics, Einstein. He said, "God does not play dice." And Benjamin said, things on a small scale behave nothing like things on a large scale. I hope you can accept nature as she is.
Madam, you share your PPT. The PPT is not visible.
Okay, let me start again then. Just
जाऊंगा मैं फिजिक्स की बोल रहे हैं कोई मैम
is it visible now?
Yeah.
या
Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. You can go ahead.
Okay, thanks. So let me introduce again myself, Dr. Anjit Tawar from Department of Physics, MSc College Bharatpur. The presentation is about quantum physics and spirituality. And I start from the introduction part from the quote of Einstein, who said, God does not play dice. And some other famous physicist, Feynman, he said things on a small scale behave nothing like things on a large scale. I hope you can accept nature as she is absurd. And Bohr said, anyone who is not shocked by quantum
पीछे
theory
कृपया शांति बनाए रखें। ऑनलाइन पेपर प्रेजेंट चल रहा है तो कृपया शांत रहे आप। सुनिए, पीछे से आवाज होता रही है, कृपया शांत रहे।
anyone who is not shocked by quantum theory has not fully understood it. And Newton said, truth is ever to be found in simplicity and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. He is the God of order and not of confusion. So all these physicists, they were talking about something higher. And the spiritual leader, Paramhansa Yogananda said, Yoga teaches to seek the divine first and find balance in everything. So the term field in quantum physics represents invisible moving forces that influence the physical world. And spirituality represents invisible moving forces that influence the physical world. So it seems both are defining and saying the same thing. So long back, about 100 years ago, Max Planck, he showed that he could solve some of the fundamental problems in physics by assuming that light waves were not just smooth oscillating waves, as Faraday and Maxwell and others had thought, but came in lumps of energy which he called quanta. And this gave rise to the concept of duality, means dual behavior of light, which behaves like waves and also as particles. Then when we talk about the particles, so the small particles in nature are not little solid bodies or corpuscles with rigid edges. They are in the 17th century, but they are more like cloud of tendency and potencies, as you can see in this picture. And this led to the beginning of a new branch, that is quantum physics. At that time, no one knew that this new branch will change all the perspective of scientists about the universe. There was this new tool to understand the behavior of unseen microscopic world. So a gateway to subatomic world was opened by quantum physics. And that gave rise to modern day electronics, cryptography, quantum computing. So basically, without quantum physics, there would be no transistor, and hence no personal computer, no laser, and nothing. So we can understand what we have today that goes back to the quantum physics. So today we are living in the quantum world of probabilities where everything seems to be possible. It is helping us to understand the fabric of nature in terms of fields of elementary particles, which are not particles in physical sense, but energies of different values. And these different energy packets have been characterized and identified as elementary particles that are the building blocks of universe, hence giving rise to a sub-branch of physics known as quantum field theory. So basically, this picture shows you the fundamental particles, which are the base of whole universe. And on right hand side, you can see the recently discovered particle Higgs boson, also known as God particle. But all these particles which you are seeing in this left hand side picture, they are not physical entity, but they are these fluctuations, just quantum fields. Is picture downward, upward, all are
Madam, your voice is not clear.
this is the
Yes,
electron.
madam.
Sorry?
Your voice is not clear, ma'am.
Voice is not clear. Okay. Let me check.
Okay, now it is okay. Now it is okay.
Now, okay. The fields of these particles and the energy fluctuation, this lump, this is your electron and this is your neutrino. So basically these are energy particles and the fundamental building blocks of the universe. So now let's talk about yoga. Yoga arrived in the West when people were starting to explore quantum physics. Prior to this time, Western people did not have a language to understand the energy and consciousness aspects of yoga. Research on the early 20th century European and American reception of yoga have revealed the significance of esoteric movements like the physical society phenomena of yoga. The Universal Brotherhood and popularized Raj Yoga as the solution to the social and spiritual problems of humanity. And let me introduce to a spiritual leader who took this yoga and spirituality from India to West, Paramhans Yogananda, who was born as Mukunda Lal Ghosh on January 5, 1893 up to March 7, 1952. So he was an Indian Hindu monk and he was a disciple of Shri Yukteswarji, yogi and guru who introduced millions to the teachings of meditation and Kriya Yoga through his organization fellowships, SRF in Los Angeles of USA and Yoga Satsang Society YSS of India. His long-standing influence in the American yoga movement and especially the yoga culture of Los Angeles led him to be considered by yoga experts as the father of yoga in the West. He published his autobiography of the yogi in 1946 to critical and commercial acclaim. It has sold over 4 million copies, with Harper San Francisco listing it as one of the 100 best spiritual books of the 20th century. The wisdom of ancient spiritual traditions, especially traditions such as yoga and Kriya Yoga, where we find complex, detailed, and complete descriptions of the nature of reality and the fundamental principle and descriptions of extraordinary concepts such as parallel dimensions as shown in the picture, which lead to parallel worlds, subtle realities that exist beyond the material world, and fundamental positive fields. Amazingly, many of the theories proposed in quantum physics resemble key concepts from ancient spiritual systems, providing us with parallel physics be seen to validate the concepts of spiritual systems, but the world view of spiritual systems can provide a completely different framework that can allow a deeper understanding and explanation of the extraordinary concept of the quantum world, even providing answers to some of the greatest
ये
scientific
पीछे बैठे
challenges
हुए
of
अपने
today.
स्टूडेंट से थोड़ा सा शांति बनाए रखें।
So
आप
let
लोग
me
समझिए
tell
ये
you about now
ऑनलाइन सेशन चल
unification
रहा है,
and
बातें कर रहे
differentiation.
हैं।
In the past decade, the progressive theoretical physics has led to a progressively more unified understanding of the laws of nature and of theories which point towards a fundamental unity behind the observable reality. The universe appears to us as being extraordinarily complex and diverse, but it is fundamentally unified. These theories identify a single universal, unified field at the basis of all life of every agent, every day.
Ma'am, please conclude within 2 minutes.
From all the reality,
Please conclude within 2 minutes, ma'am.
states of consciousness, such as those experienced in profound meditative states, reveal that at some fundamental level we are united with each other and with all of reality. The practice of profound meditation allows one to withdraw from the outwardly directed perception of the world through the senses, to experience deeper levels of mind and stillness, to move even beyond thought and mental activity, and to experience the universal unity that lies at the basis of existence. By doing so, we can have direct access to the unified field as theorized by quantum physicists. So, quantum entanglement is the another aspect in the quantum world that is in line with the idea of unity within diversity can be seen in quantum entanglement. According to classical physics results, nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. But when we talk about this quantum entanglement, just look at this picture. Whereas in the quantum world, two particles can be connected in such a way that information can be shared instant, going beyond the speed of light. The information can be shared instantly between them regardless of distance. This is known as quantum entanglement. When two particles become entangled, they remain connected irrespective of vast distances between them. Entanglement can also occur between millions of particles and is thought to take place throughout nature and within the atoms and molecules in living species. When hundreds of particles become entangled, they act as one unified object. If we also consider the Big Bang theory of creation as shown in this picture, which states that the entire universe emerged from a single point of super condensed energy, then literally everything in existence has one single united soul. After 13.7 billion years, we are at this point in the universe. So here we can draw a parallel to the spiritual vision of reality, the existence of an underlying fabric or network of connections that unites all the apparently separate aspects of reality. A central tenet of spirituality is that of non-duality.
Madam, kindly conclude.
Underlying the multiplicity and diversity of experience, there is a single, infinite, and indivisible reality, the nature of which is pure consciousness. All the apparently separate aspects
Madam, please
are
conclude,
ultimate expression of that one ultimate reality. In deep meditative state, this threefold structure of the waking experience, the observer, the observed, and the process of observation are reunited into one individual wholeness, which we call as pure consciousness.
हेलो पीछे क्या हरकत कर रहे हैं सभी शांत रहें कृपया
Madam, please
Let's
conclude.
discuss about the observation. Now finish. As fields of probability rather than the distinct particles of space and time. Interestingly, we find that it is the process of observation or measurement of that quantum state that defines that state. So until it is measured, the particle exists in a state of superimposition, where it exists many states at once. So before it is observed, the particle of matter is not actually a particle. So please listen to this. Until or unless it is observed, the particle of matter is not actually a particle, but an abstract probability wave. It does not have a real physical state, but exists only as the possible outcome of a future measurement. When the measurement takes place,
Madam, please conclude. You are exceeding your time, and other speakers are in line.
Particle and becomes an object of conscious experience. So this is the probability wave shown here, and this is as soon as we observe it collapses and destroys this particle. So this is an interpretation of quantum behavior.
Madam, please conclude. Please conclude.
Interpretation. It reveals an important aspect that there is a relationship between the act of observation of a conscious observer and the existence of physical matter.
Next is Pragya Jain. Pragya Jain is online.
Yes, sir, am I audible?
Now you can start your presentation without any delay.
Good morning, one and all. I am Pragya Jain, a student of class 12 from the Angels High School, Gwalior. I am extremely thankful to the organizers of this event for giving me this opportunity. Although this is my first paper presentation, I hope